Back here live in Windsor for the OFSAA Boys AAA Basketball Championship. We've got St. Mike's and Pine Ridge going to battle here. The winner will face Xavier in the finals. Elias, talk to me about both teams. What have you seen so far from first Pine Ridge and then St. Mike's?
Very storied programs here. We're very well familiar with these guys. Been watching them for years and familiar with the talent, the individuals on the squads. St. Mike's for the past, I would say, between 7 and 10 years has been a real formidable opponent and a tough match for anyone at the OFSAA level. You know, last year they had Danilo Djuricic, who's now is at Harvard, and they'll have many of these guys move on to play at the next level as well. Pine Ridge, same deal. We're looking at in the blue right now, St. Michael's last year's OFSAA champion at the AAA level. Pine Ridge is looking to get one, and this is the year to do it. Shaq Price, Mateus Case. You don't know, you don't know if the prep system is going to strip them from these teams, or if they're going to stick around here with Pine Ridge, or if Pine Ridge is going to become a prep system. But this is the year for them to do it, and I think that they have all of the tools necessary here at Pine Ridge from a coaching standpoint, from a skill development standpoint with Cedric Carter of Galaxy Training. And these guys, I mean, Coach Neckers has been with the program forever. I've been watching him and Coach Patricia Biffin as well. They've invested so much time into these guys. They're such a great support system. They have what it takes to get it done. Pine Ridge here in the white, St. Michael's in the blue, 3-0.
3-0 early on here, and speaking to Coach Neckers before the game, this is the 5th time that St. Mike's and Pine Ridge will face each other in OFSAA play. Right now, Pine Ridge is 0-4, St. Mike's 4-0 against them. This will definitely feel good for Pine Ridge, the #1 seed in this tournament, to come away with the win, as it'll be well vindicated over the past few years where they've come up short-handed. On the other hand, St. Mike's, the #4 seed, they've made their way here and are not looking to stop, trying to become one of the only back-to-back champions of the AAA OFSAA format. As we look inside here, easy finish for Pine Ridge, as it is now 3-2. Foul. Hello. Foul inside there. As it is St. Mike's basketball. Iñaki Alvarez takes the ball, gets it inside to Nana. Can't find anything, gives it back to Alvarez. Alvarez, who gets it to Kyle Duke Simpson, fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. First one is up and in. Second one back rims. And goes out of bounds. Will be St. Mike's ball. Holding an early 4-2 lead. Substitution has been made as Kyle Duke goes to the bench, and number 35, Alir Leak, comes in. Alvarez to Leak. Leak looking around, gets it back into Alvarez, and there's a foul inside.
And Alvarez clipped on his way. Alvarez clipped on his way to the basket. Ball will be on the baseline.
Early on, 3 team fouls for Pine Ridge, 1 for St. Mike's. There's about 5:20 left here in the first quarter. St. Mike's up 4-2. Alvarez with the 3, blocked. Leak swinging it around, gets it back to Alvarez. He'll try again, no good, air ball this time. And Mateus Case, a national team member, has the ball here, kills his dribble. Eventually makes its way over to Shaq Price. Comes off the screen and roll. Nice crossover. Forced jumper, was looking for the foul. There's going to be a foul inside, however, on Nana Boateng.
And Boateng looks a lot thicker than he was last year. He looks like he's put on some good muscle mass.
Getting in the weight room, putting in the work as Mateus Case takes his first jumper, front rims it. Alvarez, nice run out pass, but Shaq Price, as he does so well, playing with so much energy, tips it out of bounds as he continues to stare at the referee on top of the chair there. Elias, talk to me a bit about Shaq Price and what you've seen from him, tracking him throughout his career, where he's at, where he was, where he's at now, and where he needs to go.
So December 2015 was the first time that I laid eyes on Shaq Price, and right then there was something about this kid. From just the way he entered the game, long, lanky, his physicals, so I'm thinking upside right away, you know, from an evaluative standpoint. Then he gets in the game and he has no problem fitting in with the seniors. I'm like, okay, we got something here. Then he shows a great deal of leadership, being a very vocal player at a very young age. And you have his skill set, which is tied in, and so his physicals, his skill set, his character all combined together make this kid a very special kid. I do feel like he's an NCAA prospect. I do feel like there are certain things that he still needs to work on to be ready for that level, such as his body. He's got to get stronger. And for a lot of these guys, this summer is not so much about playing 100 games on the circuit. It's about developing your body and making sure that you look ready, feel ready for the next level, have the strength for the next level. It's a different ball game when you get to college and university. You're playing against guys who have been there for 3-4 years. You're playing against men, and you got to make sure that you're ready. And that's one thing I think Shaq is going to be focused on this summer.
Jack Foran puts up the 3-pointer, goes in. Pine Ridge stuck 7 here as the #1 seed. St. Mike's the #4 seed, still very, very competitive and looking for back-to-back championships. Miss there, Alvarez corrals the rebound as he brings it up. Nice no-look inside to Boateng. He gets it, and there's a quick timeout from Neckers as he needs to regroup. Pine Ridge stuck 9, 3:20 left in the first quarter.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer?
Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams!
Are you a leader? Or an elite role player? North Pole Hoops wants to know, what's your story?
Back here at Kennedy High School in Windsor for the AAA OFSAA Boys Basketball Championships. Pine Ridge down 11-2 early. Neckers called a quick timeout trying to get his boys back into the game. As on the miss, Iñaki Alvarez receives the outlet pass, eventually getting it back to Leak, who misses Rory Stewart, who just came into the game. He's going to bring some big-time energy, some good shooting, some good rim running, as the former MVP of the Toronto Junior Showcase made his way onto the floor.
And that foot speed's got to increase to stay in front, or you got to space your man. He had a good idea of using his length, but you got to take a couple of steps back there, make sure that you're not getting beat at the rim. You're seeing it pick up from Mateus Case on the defensive end as well, and that's one thing that that I feel like he could excel at even more. He's such a phenomenal shooter. As a spot-up guy, as a guy that can create off the dribble and get out in transition. The next step for him is really stepping up on the defensive end, taking advantage of that length, not over-committing to a play.
Shaq Price gets it over to Mateus Case, who hits the three. He's gone 1 of 2 from the three-point line so far here, as Pine Ridge brings it back down to a 6-point lead, 13-7. Here's Leak inside. Shows the ball one way, finishes the other with a nice left-handed scoop.
And the defending champs trying to show that this is still their territory.
Foul called inside on Rory Stewart.
And now with the Quad A OFSAA finals long gone, AAA is all we got left. And St. Mike's was able to pick up a couple of quads as well.
Definitely a storied program in the Toronto region, as number 23 Darnell Petty makes the first, misses the second.
And Kyle Duke jumping in the game. He didn't get to start, but here he is now, and one of the most effective players last year for St. Mike's when they played in the National Preparatory Association.
Foul inside there, charge called. Mateus Case takes it right on the numbers, and it'll be Pine Ridge ball, as they've kind of slowed this pace down from St. Mike's, who had it at their range. There inside is Jerry Mercury getting fouled, as he'll go to the free throw line. Subs are coming in. Number 24 Jack Foran will be replacing number 13 Rashawn Ambris. Early on, Pine Ridge missing some free throws, as Mercury goes 1 of 2. Inside now, number 5, Miles Hall with the foul, 35. Alir Leak will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. First one made by Leak. Second one up and in. 17-9 here for St. Mike's. Another run out. Great block by Alvarez as he turns away Mercury, who thought he had the easy layup. Leak inside. Lots of contact. No foul. Instead, it'll be called the other way as a holding foul will be called on Duke. Both teams in the bonus. As Darnell Petty goes to the free throw line for the first of two. Second one up and in. As Pine Ridge has cut the lead back down to 6. However, it's been this end that Pine Ridge hasn't been able to really stop St. Mike's turnover there, as Kyle Duke threw it over to Jack Foran, who just simply couldn't handle the pass. Mateus Case with the ball, goes to the crossover and is stripped by Leak. And he leaks out for 2.
The leak on the leaker.
Gotta look for Case to be a little tougher there with the ball. Can't give it up that easily.
If you're a national team member, you gotta enforce your will on these guys.
Here's Case. Three-pointer, no good. Alvarez gets the rebound. Looking for someone, he'll find number 33, Ben Stonkus. That's a backcourt violation. Jeff Zauner doesn't like it, but Alvarez had not committed himself fully to the front court, so it'll be Pine Ridge ball with 20 seconds left. It's not what you're used to seeing from Pine Ridge. They're very strong in the first quarter, usually overwhelm teams. Price surveys, great pass inside. Nice catch. 2 from number 23, Darnell Petty. As St. Mike's will try to get a shot off, they won't. And they'll head into the second quarter here with a 6-point lead. Don't go anywhere. This looks like it's going to be a good one.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer?
Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams!
Are you a leader? Or an elite role player? North Pole Hoops wants to know. What's your story?
It doesn't matter where you're from, or what background you are, how small you might be. What matters is heart, will, and effort. Prove to yourself you belong. If you can ball, the time is now. Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
here at Kennedy High School in Windsor for the boys AAA OFSAA basketball championships. As you saw Kyle Duke getting inside, he's stripped by number 5 Miles Hall. And also a offensive foul called on Kyle as he waves his arms. Jeff Zauner didn't like the call, however, it's going to go back to Pine Ridge, who have been able to now get the game kind of under their control again at 21-16 with 6:30 left here in the second half, in the first half, I should say. Darnell Petty gets it over to Shaq Price. He goes into the right-hand corner, finding Daryl McLaughlin Pereira, who hits the 3. Shaq's been great at assisting so far. Kyle Duke gets inside with the floater, answering a 3 for a 2. Keeping St. Mike's in the lead. Shaq Price directing traffic up top.
A lot of off-ball movement here for Pine Ridge. They're going to get a shot that they like if they can continue. There it is. And that should have and could have been the shot, but instead they'll get to the line for 2.
Iñaki Alvarez with the foul there. As the first free throw is missed here for Pine Ridge. Second one up, no good, as Darnell Petty misses both. Alvarez, nice passing there, good stop and go move, finding Leak for the 3. It was unable to go as Shaq Price takes Kyle Duke one-on-one, finishes with the floater. Jack Foran, no good. Leak goes up for the rebound, however is held down by Petty. That's going to be a foul on Pine Ridge. That'll be their second of the second quarter.
And Jack Foran's going to be the guy that they have to keep an eye on. He cannot be left open. He's that sniper. He's going to spot up and shoot.
Both teams with 2 fouls, 5:07 left.
And this play right here being drawn up looks like it's set up to go back to him.
Leak
tried to get it back to him.
Tried to find him, couldn't. And Price goes inside but can't finish. However, Pine Ridge gets the offensive rebound inside, and another foul called. Number 23, Darnell Petty, going inside. Hacked by 33, Ben Stonkus. That'll be St. Mike's 3rd foul of the quarter. Again, Petty misses both. Pine Ridge still stuck 2. Foran in the corner, takes the 3, no good. Price with the rebound. Price with the tough three, which Darnell McLaughlin Pereira eventually throws out of bounds. Will go to St. Mike's. Turnover by St. Mike's, goes inside. Mateus Case misses the freebie, and another turnover by Pine Ridge.
A lot of rushed possessions. They just got to calm it down. They just got the reset on the shot.
Alvarez bringing it up past the timeline. St. Mike's running a lot of clock here as Alvarez pulls up, shoots, and that's a three-point jumper, extending St. Mike's lead to 5. Three-pointer taken, no good. 13, Rashawn Ambrose gets the rebound, gives it back to Iñaki, who now takes Price off the dribble, passes it out to Stonis, who has not been able to really find his rhythm in this game. Most of his passes are being deflected, which will eventually lead to him being subbed out. Nana Boateng coming back in.
Inaki Alvarez tries to go body to body, and although he has got more athletic, you want to make a better, you just have better shot selection here down the stretch as this first half winds down.
It's going to be a block on Shaq Price as Nana Boateng knocked him over. Didn't finish the layup, but will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Boateng splits a pair, going 1 of 2, and Pine Ridge collects the defensive rebound. Mateus Case here, pull-up 3, doesn't make it. It seems that Case is kind of settling for three-point jumpers early on.
And when it's not falling, how do you contribute? How else do you add value to your team? That's what we're looking for here from Case.
It's been a slow start for Case, although he's been able to come back from a few of those this tournament. Shaq Price with the breakdown dribble goes high off the glass. Nice finish there. And St. Mike's moving the ball around. Iñaki Alvarez has a really nice European flow to his game. And he's dealing very well with the pressure as Nana Boateng left all alone.
Leak on the assist on that one. Good recognition, getting the defense to collapse on him.
6-point lead here as Shaq finds Mateus Case, who will attack, go to the spin move. That's a little bit more like it, getting into the paint there.
He's got to get aggressive with the ball in his hands and create his own offense. Most of the shots that he's been getting have been as a spot up.
Leak with the 3, no good. Leak goes back inside. Oh, a strip, but a foul is called. Number 14, Darnell McLaughlin Pereira.
And let's take attention away from that. Yes, it was a bad call, and that was a clean block. But let's take attention away from that and direct it more towards what Shaq Price did immediately after that. Did anyone catch that? his players slam the ball on the floor, which is most likely a technical in most situations. Shaq runs over before the ref could see it, grabs it, and hands it to the other referee, and then tells his teammate, hey, what are you doing? We'll get a tech for that. In a game where it's 29-25, very important. This is the type of leadership that I'm talking about from Shaq. That is high quality stuff right there. That is what you want out of your leader at the next level, and it translates immediately.
That's why we pay Eli the big bucks. He sees everything. Nothing gets by.
You got to analyze. You got to analyze, and we got to break it down right to the teeth. I mean, this kid, you know, all jokes aside, I wish I got paid the big bucks, but hey, this kid, man, he makes it worth it watching these games.
It's going to be an offensive foul there on Pine Ridge as number 24, Jack Foran, gave up his body, falling on the floor there, and gets St. Mike's an extra possession. Iñaki Alvarez with the three, no good. St. Mike's absolutely destroying Pine Ridge right now on the rebounds, as Nana Boateng has not been able to be contained. He will once again go to the free throw line to shoot two. Boateng bricks both. As Shaq Price collects the rebound, goes inside, and he's fouled by Jack Foran. Price now met by Alir Leak, who wants to take the challenge, and early on it's becoming a free throw shooting competition.
Man, Shaq Price is really winning me over in this event. He knows when to take over the game. He's very complete as a player when it comes to skill and you know, the intangibles. Really the only thing left for him is to continue to build that body, continue to add muscle mass and strength.
Price walks away from the free throw line as the referees getting together, making sure that they have the right call. However, Price misses the first. Substitution will be made here. As you can see, Kyle Duke entering your screen. Duke is number 21 for St. Mike's. Receives the ball, gets it over to Alvarez. Back over to Duke. Duke, nice pass to Leak inside. Swings it out. Alvarez now finds Duke, who finds Alvarez again. Three-pointer. Front rims it, and there's Shaq with the rebound. In transition, good pass inside, not a good finish. However, Pine Ridge gets the ball back. Shaq dropping dimes left, right, and center. However, Pine Ridge not able to convert. They are there. Number 14, Daryl McLaughlin-Pereira with the finish, and it's a two-point game. 10 seconds left here in the second quarter, as Kyle Duke Simpson looks to take his defender one-on-one, goes inside, spin move, left hand, no good. Pine Ridge throws it out of bounds, and that will be the end of your first half. Very entertaining here as St. Mike's has a 2-point lead, 30-28. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stick and stay with North Pole Hoops.
think it's a good concept for you guys to come out here instead of staying in Ontario and places like that, to show everybody that there is kids out here who can play, and that that we need to get more exposure for these guys instead of people have to going down to the States to become Division I players. They should be able to be home with their families and develop as players down in Nova Scotia.
What's up, everybody? Just finished the Halifax East Coast Amputee Showcase. Had a hell of a time here in the East Coast. MVP goes to...
The academic side is important for your life and whose future?
Play the right way. A lot of the kids here, they think that they got to be flashy and make home run plays, but if you just do the right thing and get the job done, you play as a team and you're vocal and you're a leader, those things go a long way, and that's what I like the most.
Back up top, back up top. Oh, yeah. Burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them.
You can't push your own self 8 feet. How the hell are you going to push anybody? How the hell are you going to compete with anybody?
We definitely getting this W. Definitely getting this W. Too easy.
You guys want to win?
Yes.
You guys are playing like it's a pickup game. It's not a pickup game no more. This isn't the runs we've been doing Friday and Saturday. Right? This is a chance to make your future better in this game. Go out there and compete.
Keep your mind mentally focused at all times when you're in the gym. And the harder that you work and the focus that you have, the better off you're going to be.
You want one-time guys. Goes up and alley-oop. All elbow. Williams.
Can you hear me?
Work out! Work out! Work out! Let's go! Go on, Warriors! Let's go! Let's go!
We made it to Saskatchewan, and they get prospects like this. 6'9", 280-pound white boys.
I'm always talking. I'm the loudest person. I don't even need this mic. I'm the loudest person in the gym.
honest truth is he's going, these kids in SAS don't play defense. You guys are all better than that. We're better than that in SAS. You guys know how to play D. Show them.
Let's go!
You.
Triple D.
Let's go!
NPH on ice, hello. North Pole hockey, that's the next step. Babiak, tell him what's up. Slap shot, over there. Oh, Mike Dots.
He can do whatever he wants to. He has upper hand. And you start dictating where he's going, now he's uncomfortable. Now he wants to pass the ball. Now he can't do what he wants to do. Camera's on you. Camera's on you. Make this time.
Let's go. Let's go. Time to eat. Time to eat. Time to eat. Time to eat.
Welcome back, everybody. On the live stream, North Pole Hoops got two of the best in Ontario going at it here as St. Mike's is taking on Pine Ridge. First half saw Pine Ridge trail by 2. They were led by Shaq, who had 5 points, Petty with 7, and Mateus Case also at 5. On the other end, you're looking at St. Mike's, who are led by Jack Foran and Alir Leak, both with 8 points. And Nana Boateng had 7 as Iñaki Alvarez hits the 3.
That was Kyle Duke on the 3.
My apologies, Kyle Duke.
Kyle Duke getting himself on the board. He's been quiet in this one. Came in off the bench.
Mateus Case with the rebound, no good. Number 14, Daryl McLaughlin Pereira with the finish. It's now a 3-point game for St. Mike's. Alvarez goes inside, finds Jack Foran, and that's money in the bank.
That's what we talked about. Jack's a knockdown shooter, man. You leave him open, he's gonna, majority of the time he's gonna knock it down.
Shaq Price looking to work off the pick and roll here, goes inside. Foul will be called on St. Mike's, number 33, Ben Stonkus. Price brings the ball in. It eventually makes its way over to Daryl McLaughlin Pereira. Knocks down the 3, cutting the St. Mike's lead in half. Iñaki Alvarez, nice crossover inside, gets it to Nana Boateng, finishing the easy 2. Price with the 3, barely grazes the rim. Alvarez now pushing it, sees he has Duke. Duke with the pump fake, gets it back to Alvarez, another 3, and that goes down the hole. Money in the bank, 41-33. St. Mike's on top. Shots up, no good. Jack Foran with the steal. However, it comes out to Mateus Case. Misses the 3-point jumper again. Goes out of bounds, will be Pine Ridge ball. Ball Ball shot out to Shaq Price. Price killed his dribble. Gets it over to Case. Case inside. Layup is missed. However, they're still battling. Foul called as number 4 will go to the line. Both free throws missed there by Pine Ridge, as Iñaki Alvarez is on fire right now. Money in the bank for him, as he is a flamethrower, making 2 straight threes. And on the other end, Pine Ridge really needed that one, as they answer with the 3 of their own.
Good use of the fundamentals there by Kyle Duke, using the fake, but a turnover as he got caught in the paint.
Mateus Case for 3, no good.
And Inaki again coming up with it.
Sweet smell of popcorn in the air here at Kennedy High School, who's done a great job hosting the OFSAA AAA Championship. Big shout out to everyone involved, also at Herman. Windsor has been a gracious and great host for this championship, as Rashawn Ambrose goes to the line, making the first of 2. Second one is up and in, as substitutions come in. JB Wong in for Pine Ridge. Shaq Price. Saving valuable seconds off the clock there. Tough jumper by number 14, Daryl McLaughlin Pereira. Shaq gets inside. Foul will be on Alir Leak, as he has stepped inside in front of Price, impeding his way to the basket.
And Alir, upset at the call, thought he played his defense pretty clean.
Price makes the first. But misses the second. Pereira battling inside there, eventually makes his way out to Leak. Gets it to Ambrose. Nice dribble move inside. Jack finds Boateng, as he eventually finds Alvarez inside. Oh, great pass.
Alvarez is doing it all for St. Michael's. Passing, rebounding, stealing, bringing up the ball. He's got a lot of responsibility on this team, and he's owning up to it.
Subs on both sides coming in. Iñaki tries to get the ball there. Instead, it's stolen, but stolen right back, as Leak looking for options. They've got 25 on the shot clock. Leak goes inside and one, But the referee comes in and says no basket as the foul was committed on the ground. So it's no basket for St. Mike's. They'll take the ball out of bounds here on the baseline. Kyle Duke looks for options. He finds Alvarez. Alvarez then swings it to Duke. Going inside, back out to Alvarez. 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. 22 on the shot clock. Alvarez gets it to Duke. Back to Alvarez. 15 on the clock here. Alvarez gets it inside. Nice spin move to Leak. Leak goes inside, and it'll be a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Alir Leak.
Leak's got a nice little hesitation move that he just tries to freeze his defender with there, and he did it getting in a low stance to get the defense to switch their momentum, and then explodes at the rim.
First one up, no good. Second one also no good, and Pine Ridge coming a turnover machine here. Kyle Duke goes inside, and it is swatted away by Mateus Case. Played very strong defense there. St. Mike's content with running as much time as they can off of the clock as they hold a 8-point lead here. 2:25 left in the third. Leak looking for options. He gets it over to Kyle Duke. Bobbling it. Oh, Shaq Price hits the floor quickly and gets the ball up to his guys in transition, and that looks like it's going to be a charge. It definitely is. Number 12, JB Wong, will be called for the infraction. Iñaki Alvarez, another three. Nope. This one spills out on the quick release from Shaq Price. Tries to go with the bounce pass. Kyle Duke sniffed it out, dived on the floor, couldn't get possession, but it will trickle out of bounds.
And Iñaki Alvarez has been to St. Michael's what Shaq Price has been to Pine Ridge. Again, both of these guys carrying a lot of responsibility, a lot of load for their teams, and owning up to every bit of it. The spin move from Price to get free. Got himself a good look at the rim.
Boateng inside. He's been a bulldozer. And very tough to stop for Pine Ridge, who don't really have anyone that can match up with him inside. Jerry Mercury comes in. Shaq Price, take a seat. Boateng takes the first, makes it. Second one up, and it's good. Subs coming in here. As Pine Ridge Jerry Mercury attacks Nana off the dribble, and Boateng not able to stay with him. Foul called. Next one will put St. Mike's in the bonus. Mateus Case, no good. As it rims out. Look inside again, another rim out as Boateng gets it over to Kyle Duke. Unable to finish. Blocked once again by Mercury. Iñaki Alvarez now fouled and will go to the line. Alvarez shoots the first one, it's good. Second one, also good. Has had an outstanding game so far as Pine Ridge, the #1 seed, down 12 to St. Mike's, the 4th seed, with about 35 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. They continue to work the ball around. Mateus Case goes to the step back 3-pointer. No good. Boateng with the rebound, except he travels. Ball will go to Pine Ridge. Boateng with another rebound. He finds Alvarez going one-on-one here at Shaq Price. Good defense by Shaq, made him rush it. Nice pass over there, back over to Shaq. Gets the left-handed finish and the foul.
What doesn't Shaq do for these guys?
Hustles back on D, and one finish on the other end. Jeff Zauner not happy with his point guard, but it was a tough take, tough make, and now gives Pine Ridge the opportunity going into the 4th quarter to cut that lead to a single digit, not a double digit. Kyle Duke will take the 3, front rims it. And now we head into the 4th quarter with St. Mike's up 9. Pine Ridge will have to get together and try to stop these guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right.
Hey, yo, splash all your shots, man. Hey, shooter, hey, who's home? Oh, I seen you, I seen you. Let's go, boy.
Know who you passing to.
Yeah.
You know, Joseph ain't gonna do nothing out there. Try to get Scott inside a couple times.
Yeah. Watch behind you. Watch shooter behind you. Start again, go back down. Go take, boy, let's go. Hey, make that. Fix that. Let's go, boy! Stay here. Come now. Help it, Bobby. Rebound, Bob. Come on. It doesn't matter. He's no good outside the paint. We need him inside the paint, you know what I mean? So then he does the pick and pop, whatever, he gets the dribble, and then after we can just dump it off to him. Yo, we're making the game too hard, bro. All we have to do is just pass, and then drive, pass, and drive. Because, like, all we're doing is shooting. We're not hitting no shots, right? So if we get to the paint, every single time, and then after we just clean it up and just get our buckets. Yo, and we have to be rough on defense. Push a man. Don't be afraid to push a man. Back up top. Oh, yeah. Burn him.
It's money time, 4th quarter here in Windsor. Kennedy High school, we've got the boys AAA basketball OFSAA championship finals on the line as St. Mike's has a 9-point lead over Pine Ridge. Elias, what does Pine Ridge need to do to get themselves back into this?
They gotta start clogging up the paint and not allowing St. Mike's to get in that easy. And Aki Alvarez has had his way, and credit to him. He's really worked on his ball handling and been able to find cracks in the defense and use a spin move. But they're really gonna have to strap up here. Pine Ridge's defense is not up to where we've seen them in the past.
Miles Hall hits the three there after Iñaki took a nice drive inside. Kyle Duke tries to answer, no good. Mateus Case, he's been very quiet in this semifinals, trying to find his rhythm. Hasn't been able to so far, as the ball now goes inside, and it's an and one. Jerry Mercury will go to the free throw line here.
And Foreign played that one pretty clean. I don't know what the ref saw on that one. Maybe he had a different angle.
Quick timeout for St. Mike's. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Not the corner. Come on. I try myself. Yeah, don't go to the corner. That's why. Hey, way too big. One more. One more. Everyone back. Don't worry about no offensive rebound because they're running on us, right? So like we don't need no rebounds like that. We just need a shot and then defense, and then we'll kill them.
If you're 1 foot in the paint, I'm not asking you to be on help side. I'm asking 1 foot in the paint. All right. Does that make sense?
No, the only reason because they're doing this like screen on top, so I don't want to get caught on the screen. So I don't know.
Just 1 foot in the paint.
Okay. Hey, Keisha, that's you. Next time, go out the glass. Hey, someone get open. Take him to the rim, to the rim, to the rim. Let's go to the rim.
Back here as number one, Jerry Mercury is able to finish the three-point play. Cutting the lead down to 5. Just a reminder, as we switch over from the high school scene onto the AAU/exposure scene, be sure to check out all of our North Pole Hoops showcases in Ontario as well as nationally, as we will be making the trip for now the 7th year, tracking all of the Canadian gems and best prospects in this great nation. Jerry Mercury will go back to the line as Jack Furin picks up another foul. St. Mike's with 2 fouls here in the quarter. Pine Ridge yet to pick up an infraction. 4 timeouts apiece. 6:22 on the game clock. Mercury makes both. Don't look now. Pine Ridge storming back. It's been a lot of the full court pressure as Elias pointed out, as you pointed out in the break there during the timeout. When Pine Ridge speeds up St. Mike's, it's trouble for the guys from Toronto.
Absolutely, and they got the length and the athleticism, the speed as well. They just got to utilize it more often. It's like they come out of a timeout and it's a completely different team here in Pine Ridge. Where was this all game long? You're in the semifinals. What are you waiting for? You know what I mean?
Number 1 seed as well.
And number 1 seed. There's expectation beside that. And if they had been playing defense the same way that they've played in this last minute or so, all game long, these guys would have a cushion.
Jerry, I just came from Mercury, has just dropped in on this finals. He scored, I believe, 7 points in a row here as Iñaki Alvarez takes the shot, no good. And who else? Jerry Mercury with the rebound. And it's just a pass inside to Mateus Case. St. Mike's wants a timeout. The wheels have officially fallen off. Let's see if they can get it back in order as Pine Ridge take the 1 point lead. 5:40 left here in the fourth. Back to live action here on North Pole Hoops, the live stream. St. Mike's haven't scored in this quarter. They've actually just turned the ball over consistently. And here's Kyle Duke trying to put an end to it as he brings the ball up. Alir Leak goes to the dribble move, shoots it, no good. Couldn't finish it on the hop step. Shaq Price now works the ball around, however, gets it back as he's running the team here. Gets a bit of space on the three-point shot, not really a strength of his. Here's Kyle Duke, goes inside, and it's going to be an and one finish as...
And Shaq Price got there just a second too late. Good idea, though, just kind of committed to taking the charge a little late.
And right now for St. Mike's, there's an opportunity for someone on this team to take control.
And they've just reversed this call here. They're saying that the basket's good, but the foul is on Kyle Duke. This does not make any sense.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this is Federation?
Yes.
Isn't that only in FIBA?
That I'm gonna have to double check on.
It's definitely a rule in FIBA where if you throw the ball up and on your land, it's a charge, the basket will count. Not sure I've ever heard of it in Federation, but I could be wrong. Back to the action, Jerry Mercury. What else is new? He has officially taken over this fourth quarter as Kyle Duke goes inside, takes the jumper, makes it. Duke with the last 4 points for St. Mike's.
Calm and composed.
Can Mateus Case join the party? No. Rory Stewart collects the rebound, gets it to Alvarez. Alvarez looking inside, gets it to Leak, and oh, there's Shaq Price getting his hands in the cookie jar. Goes inside, there's the finish from number 5, Miles Hall, as they were also looking for the foul as Pine Ridge takes the 1 point lead. Leak can't finish either attempt as he ended up on the floor. Jeff Zauner wants the foul, won't get it. Miles Hall calms everyone down.
And Leak's been really good at getting himself free, and he's getting into it right now with Shaq. Played him extra close.
Shaq and Leak tangle arms, no harm, no foul. St. Mike's goes the other way, and Shaq gets another steal, and St. Mike's calls a timeout. He was knocked down. However, Zauner wants to slow things down as his team needs to gain their composure. Don't go anywhere. 3:22 left here, 1 point game.
Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
Back live here on North Pole Hoops out of the timeout. A berth in the finals for the OFSAA boys. AAA championship is on the line. Xavier outed Cathedral earlier on this morning, and now we're in an absolute war between Pine Ridge and St. Mike's, as Pine Ridge is holding on to this 1 point lead, down as many as 12 at one point. They've been able to scrap claw their way back on the shoulders of Jerry Mercury.
Are we going to forget Shaquille? Every single sentence you say should have the word. Oh, never mind. Give it to Mercury. That was a big time play right there. I was going to say, give me some more Shaq Price, but that was a big time stop at a pivotal moment in the game by Mercury.
And he did it on Alir Leak, who has also had a pretty good game from an all-around standpoint. They've tried multiple defenders on Shaq Price. Hasn't really worked, as he's been able to do basically what he does, scoring the ball, but just all the other little things, getting guys involved through his distribution and also picking it up on the defensive end as he goes right on cue. Shaq Price with the three, and it is now a two-possession game for Pine Ridge, as Iñaki Alvarez, after a huge third quarter, has not been able to come out in the fourth. Kyle Duke on the other end has scored 4 in the quarter, looking to go to the free throw line, trying to get his 5th and 6th point here in crunch time. Duke goes 2 of 2. Talking a little smack there. Definitely a competitor. As we wind down to the final 2 minutes here of the semi-final matchup, Pine Ridge holds a slim 2-point lead as Shaq Price will take and make another 3, going back to back. He is not going down without a fight for Pine Ridge. And there seems to be some confusion.
And the ref was in the way of the play there. Ref was in the way of the play, and it looks like the ball's going to be turned back to St. Mike's, but Coach Necker is debating that the ref is a part of the game and they cannot change that call. And you know what? Neckers is right in this situation. In a game this tight, semifinals on the line, ref is in the way. It happens. It's incidental. Mistake was made, no problem. But then to overturn the call and give it back to St. Mike's, I don't know about that one.
Neckers pleading his case with the referee here. very demonstrative, as he knows a lot on the line here.
Every right to be upset at that one.
Although there was a bit of confusion there, that's good refereeing. No technical fouls given. It's obviously heated. Guys are trying to compete for this. The AAA Boys Basketball Championship Trophy. St. Mike's now down 5, and a travel is called as a Lear leak.
It's getting feisty out here. A Lear leak not taking it from anybody.
As he takes some practice shots on the other side of the court. Not happy with the call. There will now be a timeout, I believe, as we let the play continue. Play continues as Shaq Price gets it over to Mercury. Ball is tipped. It'll be out of bounds. Pine Ridge ball.
And that's a good no call there. That was a 50-50 ball. Both players going for it. Shaq Price hits the deck.
Oh, Price. Nifty move on Leak there as he bounces it off his back.
I love this kid.
What a high IQ play, and now he'll go to the free throw line to go for his 7th and 8th point in a row. He goes 1 of 2 at the line as he scored the last 7 points for Pine Ridge, who are now up 6. As Kyle Duke is hacked and fouled, will go to the line to shoot 2. Duke makes it 2 of 2 there. 4-point lead for Pine Ridge. St. Mike's is in scramble mode after the trap. Shaq Price has the ball. He dribbles it off of his own foot, and that will be a backcourt violation. One of the very few mistakes we've seen him make.
Yeah, I'm not dogging him for that one. He's done enough in this game to bring Pine Ridge back and give him a lead. A slight lead right now, 63-59 with 1:05 left in this semifinal game.
Kyle Duke, he's been the big point getter here for St. Mike's in the 4th after a relatively low scoring, low impact game. There's a nice offensive rebound by Nana Boateng, and a timeout will be called. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the final 51 seconds here. 2-point lead for Pine Ridge.
Through 6 years of circling across North America, North Pole Hoops has discovered the nation's top basketball talent and built a community of fans, players, coaches, scouts, and basketball enthusiasts. NPH works tirelessly to cultivate a culture for the game in Canada. NPH National Showcase Circuit. From the grassroots level to the pros, a system has been developed through the National Showcase Circuit. North Pole Hoops hosts 3-day camps in Canada's major basketball markets that focus on exposure, skill development, and character development. Top performers go on to receive athletic scholarships in Canada and the United States. There are currently over 200 Canadian men and women playing at the NCAA Division I level. Canada's next top talents are identified at NPH's National Showcase Circuit. NPH Online. With an online community of over 100,000 viewers per month, NPH delivers hot content on all levels of the game.
Back here, final 50 seconds, 2-point game for Pine Ridge. St. Mike's puts on the trap. Jerry Mercury goes for the finish, can't get it. And Ben Stonkus, what hustle by the St. Mike's, number 33.
He had to make up for that missed layup, that the cleanup by Boateng, and here he is.
Oh!
Stonkus coming up big.
Let's see how Pine Ridge responds. Shaquille Price, and he almost makes it. Oh, he does. Back-to-back turnovers. And St. Mike's will get the ball with 15 seconds remaining.
Wow. What an ending to this one.
Be a timeout here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square. Get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow. Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
Back here, St. Mike's has the ball. They get it inside to Leak. Leak is then fouled. And Pine Ridge has a couple fouls to give here. That'll be their fourth. As St. Mike's will bring the ball in, 12.7 seconds left. Pine Ridge hoping for a steal or maybe getting it over to a weaker jump shooter. Kyle Duke has been able to hit all of his free throws here in the quarter. Let's see if he continues to stay perfect.
Man, the Blue Raiders just always find a way to find themselves, get themselves into championship contention. They won it last year. 2017 championship belongs to them. And although they are not ranked first overall, they're playing against the first seed here in Pine Ridge and could potentially take this.
Ben Stonkus hit that huge three. After being much of a non-factor, gets the steal and then also hits the massive three to put St. Mike's ahead.
And 2 plays before that, I saw him walk into the timeout. Remember Boateng on the cleanup. He had missed a layup. Stonkus had a clear route.
Yes.
Right down the lane, open layup, he missed it. Boateng on the cleanup, and right after that, a timeout was called by Pine Ridge. Stonkus came into this timeout very upset with himself, and he knew that once he got back on the floor, he wanted to make up for that, and make up for that he did.
Wearing the 33 with the hair flowing, kind of looking like a Larry Bird. Hit the three like Larry. I don't know if he's quite the player like Larry, obviously, but Here we go, Kyle Duke at the line for 2.
These are crucial free throws here. Ice in his veins, first one is good.
Duke goes ahead, makes both, and now Shaquille Price brings it up, gets it over, the 3 is up, and it's good! Tie game! As there's 2.6 seconds left, Kyle Duke brings the ball up, will get it off from midcourt, and he front rims it.
My goodness.
And it'll now go to overtime.
He just saved them. He just saved them. He just saved them. We'll take a short break and be back right after this.
Rep by rep. You push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered. Rep by rep. You push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in.
4 more minutes here of overtime basketball as this semifinals has lived up to all the hype. Josiah Deere with the massive 3 for Pine Ridge, looking at the crowd after and at the camera saying, I'm not going home. As both teams will now battle it out in overtime. Turnover called there on the travel. Josiah Deere has to be very careful as he slammed the ball. Referee looked at him, but didn't give him the technical. There we go, Iñaki with the miss. Here's Shaq Price, put in the moves. Can't convert, Iñaki now. Nice pace to this overtime as St. Mike's has put their foot on the gas pedal. Iñaki takes a shot, no good.
Very tough take there. Should have reset earlier. Should have got that ball moving. And coach, he's hearing it from coach and saying, my bad.
He understands that, made the mistake there as Shaq Price was again in great legal guarding position. Oh, inside, Price comes up again with the block, and he's now harassed by Iñaki. It eventually gets over to Case, who gets it back to Deere for the layup. Iñaki turns it over as it gets back to Shaquille Price.
And everybody just making sure that that ball gets to Price's hand. He's the most trusted ball handler on the floor here for the Pine Ridge Pumas.
Deere gets it over back to Shaq, who has Jack foreign on him. Takes Jack inside. It's now over to Pereira, and Deere comes up with a huge rebound. Mateus Case, no good. Jack Foreign gets the rebound. It's now going to Iñaki Alvarez, who has Mateus Case on him. He elects to look for Kyle Duke, who has played an extremely hard played fourth quarter by Kyle Duke, and he continues it on here in the overtime.
Made some clutch free throws at the end of regulation. Let's see what he's got left here in the tank. 2:08 left in this overtime. Pine Ridge ahead, 68-66.
2 minutes and 8 seconds. Kyle Duke take the first one and he airballs it. Some jitters from the grade 10. Looks like it just came out of his hands, a little rocky there, kind of like a knuckleball. So Mateus Case gets it inside, and Mercury is blocked by Alvarez, who comes up big, stuffing him at the last second. Ben Stockus, no good, and now the ball will make its way to Shaquille Price with under 2 minutes left here in the game.
And Deere is not to be underestimated. Made a big shot. He's grabbed a ton of boards for these guys, winning them extra possessions for Pine Ridge.
Hall inside, does not get it to go, but Mercury, the cleanup crew, finishes it up, and it's now a 3-point lead for the Pumas. 1:30 remaining in the overtime. Alvarez gets it over to Duke. Duke goes to the spin move, and a nice pass inside to Lear. A very capable playmaker in Duke, as he is now having some words with Mateus Case.
Nobody wants to go home right now. The next one's a championship game against Xavier, and I feel like this one should have been the championship. No disrespect to Xavier, but this one feels like it.
And there we go again with Josiah Deere finishing. Duke takes it inside, doesn't get it, misses the follow-up, and then goes ahead and he fouls Mateus Case, and he now walks away in disgust. The Pumas bench screaming for a technical foul there.
Almost cleared up the bench. And the refs got to really be careful after the conclusion of this game as well as the coaching staff. Things are getting very heated. There was probably a kick there as Case landed on the floor, and the bench for Pine Ridge almost cleared. And there's going to be some bad blood here after the game. You got to be careful to keep this thing under control.
Case comes up short on the first of two. He's going to go ahead and shoot another one here. Makes it. It's now a 2-possession game. St. Mike's, they've been here before oh so many times, back against the wall. Iñaki Alvarez has Mateus Case on him, puts it up, no good. Nana Boateng grabs the rebound, puts it in. A timeout will be called from Jeff Zauner. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer?
Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams!
Are you a leader? Or an elite role player? North Pole Hoops wants to know, what's your story?
Everyone has their story. What's yours?
Back here in the semifinals for OFSAA, St. Mike's and Pine Ridge has given us all we can ask for, as Pine Ridge holds a 2-point lead. We get the ball over to Shaq, who now gets the ball over to Mercury, back to Shaq, and a timeout is called. 20 seconds left. Elias, looking at it from St. Mike's point of view, what do you believe that they should do here? Obviously go for the steal and then foul?
I think you want to, yes, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, in this situation, you want to keep it out of Price and Mateus Case's hands. Those are the best shooters on the floor. You do not want them at the line. Deny them and let somebody else catch. Or not let, but you're going for the steal here, but make sure that if anyone's going to catch, it's not one of those two guys. And then on the other side, with 20 seconds left here, so we got a dead shot clock. If they're able to come up with the steal, it has to be an attack at the basket. You cannot settle for a shot. Both teams in the bonus here.
Both teams in the bonus, as Elias mentioned. Pine Ridge will try to get the ball to their best free throw shooters. Obviously, St. Mike's will try to get it to their worst. Mateus Case looks like he's bringing the ball in, so that automatically takes him out. Jack Foran not even facing the ball. We've seen this before where Shaq threw it off of his back.
And this should be a double foul here. Both guys holding.
Referees talk it over. If it is indeed a double foul, it's just a replay on the side out here.
It's the right call. And considering the foul was before
the inbound,
this should be shots.
And the ball.
Coach Neckers and one of the referees talking it over, just making sure everyone's on the same page here. It's Pine Ridge in the lead, just one possession.
Boateng coming back into the game for rebounding purposes.
Shaq Price good on the first. Shaq Price makes both.
Here comes St. Mike's. Got to get a quick shot, whether it be a 3 or a 2. Has to be quick. Ben Stockus goes inside, nothing. And Pine Ridge will take this semifinals from St. Mike as they come through at the end with massive shots from both Shaquille Price and also Josiah Deere. Mateus Case will now go to the free throw line to shoot his 2 free throws.
And that should seal the deal here, if it wasn't already. 76-71, just 3 seconds on the clock. That's the game. Great semifinal here. Pine Ridge.
Iñaki Alvarez
to play later today against Xavier. That one will be live streamed, will be broadcasted. North Pole Hoops bringing you the exposure across Canada, here covering OFSAA. We'll be back later tonight.